Right, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This week's video. Just checking that my mic's on. Today is the last video going through my current workout split, my current training split, and that is going to end with back day. I literally just got back from training this today, so everything's fresh in my mind. I'm going to talk you through the workout, go through the exercises, the sets, the reps, tips for execution, and just give a more in-depth, detailed account of how I train my back and why I train the way I train. Without further ado, we'll get into it. Starting off with pull-ups. When I first started doing this, I was horrendous at pull-ups, but they've come a long way. Really focusing on controlling the negative and not just letting myself drop. As you can see, I'm not coming so far down that my scapula relaxes and my traps come traps come to my ears, as per se. I'm trying to keep as much constant tension on the lats as possible. You can see as I start to struggle, I start to swing a little bit and recruit more of the upper back, and obviously relax the scapula a bit and come off the lats a little bit as well. 4 sets of 10 program for this. Obviously, as you can see, I got 15 on the first, I got 10 on the second, only 8 on the third. So we used a resistance band for the final set. As you can see, I'm really focusing on the negative here as I get assistance on the way up. So I'll just shoot up, hold, slowly come down, shoot up, hold, slowly come down. See, I've got 10 reps again here. As I nearly die getting off it. Second exercise is deadlifts. Starting off with one plate. Brad has me do 20 reps on my first set to really warm up the hip flexors, the glutes, all the externals like the erectors, everything just to minimise obviously injury. And then I went up in sets of 4. So I did 4 with 100, 4 with 140, and then 4 with 180. Really focus, what you want to do is pull the slack out the bar before you go. So as you can see, when I go to do, I pull up a little bit, then I bring my hips up, down, shoot up. Make sure to keep your scapula tight as well as your lats so that the arch doesn't occur as much. As you can see, my back is a bit more naturally rounded in my posture. So there is a little round, but it doesn't arch any more or any less throughout the duration of the movement. It stays constant where I'm keeping my body tight. The top set was a bit slower than I'd like between the reps, as I had a missed groove a few weeks back, which gave me a little scare. I had a bit of back pain for a little bit of lower back pain around the SIJ, the sacroiliac joint, for a good week or so. So I stripped all the weight back. I went back to 4 plates for my top set and just went by feel, slowly going up. Last week I got 4 reps with 220. I think my PR is 6 or 7 reps. It looks a lot cleaner than this 5 that I got here, but I'm just happy with the PR on this block of training, and to be able to get through it pain free and not be scared, because you can get a lower back pump and it's not something to be scared of. You have to be able to distinguish the difference between back pain and in the joints and the bones, and obviously muscle pain, which comes from training them, because you obviously want to train your lower back as well. Third exercise, we move into T-bar rows. As you can see, I do a slight arch at the peak eccentric just to really get that extra stretch on the thoracic spine and increase that range of motion, especially on the warm-ups, and really squeezing my back and drive with the elbows, not the lower back, which I'll talk more on when we get to the next exercise. But top set here, not as nice, not as clean, but we still kept them moving. That's a run rep PR as I struggle for that last rep. So what I mean by driving with the elbow and not through the lower back is shown here as I adjust the seat. Good tip, if you're going to do this, you want the seat as low down as possible so that you're not as upright. Also, you can see my foot is twisted outwards and I'm leaning over onto the side that I'm lifting with, just to help keep myself tight and really focus on driving with the elbow and recruiting the lats as a result. But yeah, like I said, you want to focus on driving with the elbow first and foremost and not swinging back and using your lower back and your hips to, I'm gonna say how it is, to muscle fuck the weight up. You want to drive with the elbows and you want to drive the elbow into the hip to recruit the lats, which is what we're going for here. Sorry, I forgot to mention, this exercise and the T-bar rows both use the pyramid of 10s, similarly to the pull-up. So we're up in sets of 10. As you can see, I got 15 reps on my top set on the single arm, as my top set is 10 to 15 programmed by Brad on that exercise, but 10 reps is the aim on the T-bars. I got 9. Moving on to this prime row, this is my favourite back machine ever. This is my top set here. This isn't programmed on my split, but I have a little bit of extra back work, and it wasn't the prettiest, but we made it work, and that's my top set. What you want to focus on doing with a prime row, and similar to all rows on machines, you want to let your scapula come out and really stretch throughout your back. And this is where you're going to not only increase the range of motion, but you're going to create some thoracic extension, which will help with back depth and getting that thickness that you need to be able to compete and be competitive. So like I said, you want to stretch out, and then you want to drive. You don't need to come all the way back. You want to drive in and think about popping something between your shoulder blades. So drive, and keeping the elbows up will be more upper back, and as your elbows drop, that will recruit the lats in more. So as you can see, I start with the upper back, and then when I struggle, I drop the lats and recruit more of the back. Final exercise, as you can see here, Panata pull down machine, and Brad has me do a muscle round here. So 6 stages, 6 rounds of 6 reps. I was doing 3 plates, but today I decided to drop the weight back and really focus on the execution, as progression is not always in the weights and the reps. It can also be done in the execution of the reps. In an exercise like this, where you really want to maximize your mind to muscle connection to maximize the growth in the intended area, so here the lats rather than stuff like the upper back and the biceps, mind to muscle connection becomes ever more important, especially more so on an exercise like this than something like a deadlift. The key tip for this, as you'll notice, I've drawn my traps down and like pinched into my lats as much as I can, and this will help keep me under constant tension throughout the whole range of motion, as I can't go any higher than this unless I relax my traps, and when I relax my traps, that's when the tension goes off the lats. So you want to drop your traps and pinch your lats and keep constant tension throughout the whole range of motion. As you can see, I'm starting to struggle towards the end of the muscle round, and I've gone to a single arm rather than both at the same time. This is a good tip just in general for all your exercises. If you can, if you're training unilaterally and you start to struggle, when you struggle, go to one arm and just get a few extra reps out, because that small rest period between the alternation of your arms or legs can help you get those extra reps out and really maximize your set. So I tried a few new poses here, classic style front lat spread, and you'll see a side tricep that I do later on in the round of posing, just to try new things, see what works best for my body, as that's the name of the game. What works for someone doesn't work for everyone, as you'll come to find out in your training journey as well. Weight at a new low, just under 92 kilos. I was 91.9 as of Saturday, and obviously today's Thursday, so all being well, I'm around hopefully just under 91.5, close to 91 kilos. Definitely starting to see it now. My waist even more so, I know I say this every video, but even more so has gone down in size, and I'm starting to rediscover my vascularity, which I haven't seen in a good while, as we've been pushing the mass for a good year or so. So yeah, just as the posing finishes off there, that's going to end the video for this week. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to be trained by me, I have some coaching spots available. You can either get in touch with me via DM on Instagram. My Instagram will be in the description below. I'll also leave my email in the description below for you to drop me an email if you're interested in coaching. I'll send you over an inquiry form and we'll get to work. Limited spaces, so be sure to get in touch with me ASAP if that's something you're interested in doing or interested in finding out about. If you want to shop supplements, I'll leave a link to my protein in the description below. Currently it's a 60% sale, extra 12% on top of that with my code jameshughesjdh at checkout. So yeah, like I said, the link will be in the description below for that as well. Also, leave a comment down below something you want to see in the coming videos. Obviously, I've finished with my training split now, so I'm more open to suggestions and to try out new things that you want to see, things you want to know about me, my fitness journey, my bodybuilding journey. If you do want to see me talk through the other workouts of my training split and you haven't seen them already, or if you want to recheck them out and brush up on a few tips and tricks or even want to try the complete workout, I'll leave a link in the description below to my previous video, and obviously you can click my channel to see the ones that came before that. I appreciate the support. As of recent, everything's been going great. A lot of you have been showing love to the channel, a lot of appreciation on Instagram as well, so I'm very grateful for that. But enough of that, I'm out and I'll catch you next week. See you later.